Before we even start, let me ask you something. If black culture disappeared tomorrow, what would the world sound like? What would it wear? How would it talk? What would it dance to? Exactly. Let's just say it out loud. No whispering, no apologies. Being black in America is not just an identity. It's influence, it's culture, it's power people pretend not to notice. From the slang that trend worldwide, to the music that dominates charts, to the style that gets copied every season. The impact is undeniable. And now, Black Americans are saying it plainly. Being Black in America is the coolest thing going. My name is Faith, and you're welcome back to Chat with Faith. If this is your first time here, I'm glad you found this channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a conversation. And as always, credit goes to the original creators for every single clip used in this episode. This video is for educational purposes and awareness. It is not meant to hate or discriminate against anyone. The goal is to discuss real challenges and perspective openly and respectfully. We've got more clips.
It's cool. They're the culture drivers of America without
Cultural
question.
filters,
In some ways, I guess that's, maybe ancient Greece, what's democracy if not the original hip hop? How everything filtered out from that. Kind of, the same way.
Love it when you call me Big Son.
The same way music's been taking from black people forever. Mm-hmm. Everyone's kind of been taking our shit between philosophy and democracy.
So I was raised that black people were God's favorite and they were the superior race. And it was interesting to be raised with that mentality because I think it's different than a lot of how other white people were raised. And I do believe that if more people were raised this way, the world would be a little bit better of a place and maybe we can get along a little bit nicer together. Obviously there's pros and cons to everything. So I would love to discuss the pros and cons of what it was like to be raised with this mentality, as well as what you think about it and what you think we should do going forward to raise the next generation of children who are carrying the future for us. So how this mentality came about, I was really quizzical and curious as a child and very outspoken. It's interesting to look back now that we're in this ginger talk right now. I'm kind of reliving a few of the silly little traumas that we face as gingers. And I noticed that I was more outspoken between the ages of 0 and 8. And once I started getting really made fun of as a ginger, I kind of lost my voice and I wasn't as brave or outspoken and I was shy and timid. So it's kind of interesting to have that realization now so many years later. Anyway, back to the important topic here. The way that this mentality was brought on to me was, as I said, I was very outspoken and, I was quizzical and curious as a child. So before the age of 6, I asked my mom, why do we call them black people when they're more different shades of brown? And I asked her, why do people treat them differently or call them names? What does this mean? Why is this happening? And how do you explain race and racism to a child that is under the age of 6 in a way that they can understand? Because obviously they're not going to be able to comprehend or grasp the entirety of the depth of what racism really truly is. So how do you explain that to a child? She knew that I loved my brownies and my cookies baked a little bit longer than you're supposed to because the crispy edge of the brownie was always my favorite. And I loved when the chocolate chip cookie was a little bit crispy on the outside and a little gooey on the inside. And that was the perfect way to bake the cookies and bake the brownies. So she used that analogy. And yes, it sounds crazy, but as a 4-year-old child, it made perfect sense. And she used that analogy and she said, you know how you like your cookies and your brownies baked a little bit extra? That's kind of what God did with black people. He took more time and more love into creating black people. And that's why they're a little bit darker than you. He just baked them a little bit longer. That's how she described race to me. And she said that anybody who talks badly about them or is mean to them is just jealous. So right away, I was kind of just completely infatuated and just in awe of black people because I'm like, oh my gosh, what is it like to be God's favorite? What is it like to, just be loved a little bit more from God? I just thought it was incredible and amazing. And so I always just gravitated towards Black people because I was like, oh my God, like they're so lucky. Do they know how lucky they are? Like, how cool is it that God spent a little bit more time on them? I was fascinated by it. And
all Black men are the coolest. They know the whole neighborhood. They never get too high through no good shit happen.
You can pay for school, but you can't buy class.
Yeah.
And you don't have to dress like a hood dude, dress like that. You don't have to dress in designer labels or whatever. Black people are cool, and
I wish more of us understood that. Just our presence in the world, we're just cool. Especially Black Americans, because there's a difference. Black Americans, we are the connection point to every single thing that is cool, that is relevant, that is noteworthy, that started the conversation. We are the heartbeat of it all.
She said most Black Americans have clean and cheerful heart. Yes! Yes! They are the most sweetest, kindest, adorable guys I've ever met in my entire life. Black Americans are the best.
40 million Black people in America are the role models for 1.8 billion Black people in the world. When we say something's cool, it's cool in Tibet. When we say something's a dud, it's a dud in North Korea. We have mastered culture, community, and cool and creativity, yes or no? So now all we have to do is switch, become bilingual, and master capitalism, commerce, and a new community. Don't go from rocking the mic to owning it. So I want you just to shift your brain. In other words, you are the capital. You already have what you need. When you walk in a room, you are unique. Everybody wants to be you, except they don't want to be Black.
So this is the 85-15 program where 85% of your average monthly income outside of bills, utilities, and savings are going into Black American-owned business, and 15% is going to other communities, right? Because Black Wall Street wasn't Black Wall Street because we have other people in our communities taking our money and taking it into their respective countries. It was Black Wall Street because we kept the money within the community and shot within ourselves. We are the last ones in the last 65 years to do our own group economics, and now it's time to kind of follow suit and do our group economics. So stay tuned for the new framework called the 85-15 program that I created. Look forward to bringing that out to the community. I love y'all. Chapisa la chaki, neta achukma isha chaki. Be safe.
Bro, I was just thinking, bro, being Black is like the coolest race ever, bro. I mean, yeah, bro, sometimes we don't come with a dad and stuff like that, or the cops hate us and stuff like that. But other than that, it's so cool to be Black if you really think about it. We come naturally athletic. We can go outside, ain't got to worry about putting on sunscreen. We can sing. We can dance. We're funny. We're tough. We can style our hair in ways that other races can't. Like, we can get dreads. Of course, some people can get waves and stuff, but a lot of people can't get waves. We can put it in braids, all kind of stuff. Like, we can do so much with our hair that other people can't. Black male and female can do that. We can dress, bro. We have the best fashion, bro. Like, we just know how to put an outfit together, bro. We can cook, bro. Like, being Black is so great, dog. We can say the N-word whenever we want, whenever we desire, and won't anybody question it or look at us any type of way. Like, I want y'all to fathom it, bro. Like, we really actually greater than we think. Other races walk around trying to portray us. We don't walk around trying to be white, Mexican, Brazilian, none of that. We are who we are. But other people want to be like us, dress like us, talk like us, rap like us. We are great.
People think calling you a slave is an insult. I am fucking proud as fuck of my lineage. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I am proud to come from a people that are as resilient as the people that I came from. The Black American lineage. I'm proud as fuck to have that running through my veins. I'm proud as fuck to be a fucking Black American motherfucker, okay? And we're not supposed to say that, right? We're not supposed to be proud to be American. We're not supposed to be proud to be Black. I'm fucking proud of that shit. I'm proud that my fucking people fought through that shit and fucking built what the fuck they built in this motherfucking country and did what the fuck we did in this motherfucking country. I'm proud of that shit. Fuck everybody who don't like it. I don't care. I'm sorry. I just don't care. I don't care. Because at the end of the day, everybody's talking shit. If they're going to talk shit, they're going to fucking hate you. They're going to fucking hate us. I don't care. I fucking love my people, and you should fucking love your fucking people too.
It's been great meeting the different types of Americans as well. Think of the different races, different ethnicities, different cities, all different people. Of all the Americans I've met, I think African Americans have got to be the coolest race of them all. All right? Sorry. They're the coolest. Everything they do is just cooler. Everything they touch is just smoother, right? Sports, science, music, presidencies, right? Everything they do. Yo. They got the swag. Black people have the swag. You cannot deny the swag. Black people have the swag. Even white supremacists are like, yeah, they have swag. It's like undeniable coolness. Like, black people are so cool, they can own their own racial slur. Okay? That's how cool they are. No other minority in America is cool enough to own their own slur. Alright, you never see Chinese people walking around just going, hey yo, my chinks. Yo, where my chinks at? Yo, holler at me chinks. Yeah, my chinks. Hey, stay yellow, my fellows. What? Sounds awful. It's like nails on a chalkboard. My chinks, my chinks, my chinks. I think outside of America, we think of America as like a monolith, right? Like America, Americans, like one entity, right? But you live here long enough, you realize it's such a big country. Every state is like its own nation unto itself, their own cuisine, their own way of talking, their own values, their own flags, right? That's why there's so much division here. It's all these different countries trying to federate. And it becomes so obvious once you start living here. You can tell the difference between the different types of Americans, the different energies, right? From East Coast to West Coast. It's so obvious. You can call it out. Like East Coast Americans, super intense. Right? West Coast, everyone calms the fuck down a bit. Yeah, it's like the East Coast of America, everyone's still fighting the British.
I am Jamaican, and this message is only for the Black Americans. Black Americans, when I tell you I admire everything about you guys, Black Americans, when I tell you every time I see someone and they say they're a Black American, I just be staring at you guys and I admire you guys so much because you guys been through a lot. Happy Black History Month. Thank you, because to this day you're still fighting, and when you're fighting universal. Thank you, Black Americans. I personally want to tell you a big thank you for all that you do, all that you're still doing, all that you... Black Americans, I just want to tell you, thank you. Thank you.
As we close this out, let's sit with this for a second. No matter how the headlines spin, no matter how loud the debate gets, no matter how uncomfortable the conversation becomes, Black Americans are not a footnote in the American story. They are the chapter that shaped the whole book. Through slavery, through segregation, through redlining, through discrimination, and still innovation, still culture, still leadership, still influence. That kind of resilience doesn't happen by accident. That kind of impact doesn't fade. What makes this powerful isn't superiority, it isn't competition, it isn't exclusion, it's contribution. It's the ability to take pressure and produce diamonds, to take rim and create global soundtrack, to take pain and build movements that push a nation to grow. And here is something important. Recognizing Black influence does not erase anyone else's story. America is a tapestry of many communities, many journeys, many sacrifices, but every strong tapestry has threads that hold it together. Black Americans are one of those threads. That's why the conversation never really stops. That's why the culture keeps circling back. And that's why the influence continues to echo worldwide. Because resilience like that becomes permanent, creativity like that becomes fundamental, presence like that becomes undeniable. And when people say being Black in America is powerful, they are not just talking about style or music or trend. They are talking about survival turned into legacy. They are talking about identity turned into impact. They are talking about a people who endured and still choose to create. And that is something worth acknowledging. Good people, I want to hear from you. What does resilience mean to you? What does influence mean to you? And how do we move forward having honest conversations like this with respect, truth, and understanding? Drop your thoughts in the comments respectfully. If this message resonates with you, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. This is more than content. This is conversation. See you in my next video.